Hello. Day 3, I believe. I believe we're just going to run back Red Hand. So start off with something a little simple. Turn down the audio here. Beginning, obviously yesterday we took the mystery sack, but today we're going to take the dice boost because, like I said yesterday, Red Hand has only some bottle caps here. So we're going to take the dice boost and see if we can find anything interesting. So we actually do have the iron die. I think the iron die is generally okay-ish. It's only to dice with the same face as this, which is fine. Another option is the Lakenism Ancient die, but I'm going to go with the iron die. Normally, like, first time is a perfectly acceptable choice because it does destroy itself. You'll get maybe like, I don't know, on average 1 to 2 cards from this before it destroys itself, sometimes 0. I'm not generally in favor of this unless it's like the only thing, but we'll go with the iron die because it is basically 2 out of 3 gonna hit something, so it's gonna be quite nice. The goal with today's video, I think, is to try and, unless it hits a 3, get to the second face or it hits everything. Get to the second face and talk about what makes the second face different. I'm not going to take anything here. Data Die is okay. It's one of the better commons, but it kind of requires like a lot of itself to come online, and an equity ring. So I'm actually just going to skip here. I don't really need the magnet. I mean, there's an eternal magnet right there. This is, this is really interesting. Because this, an eternal magnet is a unique die for sure, because it kind of enables quite a few things, like an incubus die, which I don't know if I have even unlocked on this account yet, but the, it enables the incubus die to really pop off. Let's see, maybe a Pandora's box. It can charge that up quicker. I think I will take it just because it's so intriguing. It's hard to really find that. An enchant. Let's take the power plus just because that can really amp up the scoring power here. Transform is solid, but we're going to take the mult. Only reason, if this was white hand, I would take the transform. There's only 8 of these. So these are not entirely difficult to get rid of, but right now we have the iron die that works with them. Even if it is only ×3 to a 1 or a 2, which is not that good of a score. But maybe we can find more iron die and an equity ring, and that can work together quite well. Yeah, so we're just gonna take the ×2 mult. Maybe we won't make the same mistake here as yesterday and not take any power cards. We're just gonna move forward. I didn't keep over 50, but that's fine. Do I want this magic room? Yeah, you know what? Let's take it, because pretty much for sure, the way that I've determined that magic rooms work is that they will 100% put your uncommons before your commons, and like your rares before the uncommons. It's still a chance. I might be completely wrong with this, but this is how I feel that it seems to work. But so I'll probably get this, and then this. You know, one of those bottle caps. So we'll just go next. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, we'll play the magnet because it's just a D6, really. We should have enough here. I don't think I need to use my cards. I'd like to be able to find a decent, you know, a decent couple of, maybe an Oxidai. I'm really not a huge fan of the Oxidai, but the problem is that it really works well with the iron die, stacking it. What I'd love to get is like a D7. Maybe a paper die, actually, because I do have the magnet. Yeah, we'll go with that. See, eternal, perennial, eternal. We'll do the loyalty paper die. That's pretty good. All right, so we are 1 away, so we'll pick up this reroll. See if we can make it work. The one silver stamp is okay. It's not great, but we'll take it. Sudoku is okay, but I like the pinata. Obviously, I've talked about how much the pinata is close to necessary here. Okay, so what do we want? So we want to throw out this paper die quickly. Let's... Yeah, you know what? We're gonna use our little combo right here. We will be able to find... See, now that we have this paper die out, we can use the magnet and it'll all magnet together. That'll be nice. Nice. 300 plus a little bit from the paper die. Extra 500 points. That's nice. That's really nice. More paper. More paper. Nice. Very nice. And those are all very stacky. They stack on themselves as well if you get them close. Having a small hand with a paper die is quite nice. I've forgotten, paper die doesn't really show up in my bigger account that much, or at least I don't take it, but having a loyalty paper die is quite nice. Suit die, Suit die might be alright. Changes the value of other dice with a face 1 to a face 10. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. A lot of bottle caps there. Would you consider swapping them for a D3? Would I? You know what? Sure, dude. Normally I wouldn't care, because I think that that's kind of a trap. But I will this time. Let's do the molt. I have 900. So let's reroll once. Don't have any rings. A time die is interesting. Transform. Maybe I'll pick that up and then I'll just go next. Maybe we'll get a ring reward there. Aura ring is quite interesting because it works with the paper die papers, the little post-its that go down. But I think the glamorous ring, I wish this was Last Breath, to be honest. I think that Last Breath is better than glamorous ring, but glamorous ring is excellent. Yeah. What we're gonna do, well, do I want to reroll? Yeah, let's reroll this. Reroll card to change your hand. Okay. So, yeah, we're just gonna get our better cards. I actually didn't know that that was an unlock. It's been so long. I actually, for a long time, I thought that the only thing you could use the reroll card on was your hand. I didn't know. Oh, a glass die. That's quite nice. I didn't actually know that you could use it on rewards, which is really unfortunate. See, this is a nice combo. This is a real nice combo. Goodbye, glass die. You were loved. Yeah, cool. Yeah, every once in a while, that suit die will hit stuff. Oh, the golden die is quite nice. Yeah, we'll do that. Now we're just hoping for more golden dice. I don't really have a dumbbell build. Let's get the card. Shoot. Yeah, we're gonna go with the reroll. I know that that's kind of a trap. I had 2 rerolls when I died. Hey, another iron die. Yeah, now we definitely want an equity. That would be, oh, even better. Okay. Let's remove some of these D3s. I know they synergize pretty well with the iron dice, but I want to keep my, you know, my dice bag pretty small. Get that. Maybe we'll get a gold dice enchant with like echo or something. Yeah, this is nice. Well, is it nice? I guess it is. It's nice-ish. Yeah, let's use the paper die. I want to use that ASAP. Get some nice score. Although I guess, well, no, I was gonna say you should keep it for this, but this is actually kind of a pinata user's worst nightmare. To use all this stuff. Yeah. Nice. That golden die really doing work here. Yeah, perfect. I believe if this is like a solid hand already, should do everything. We should be able to make it to phase 2 with this quite easily. Yeah. We haven't really gotten very many quite good scoring. Wow, more iron dice. Amazing. Perennial? Alright. Considering how many... Oh, a dice roll. Considering how many things... Oh, and an equity ring already. Oh, wow. I won't even consider the other options. Yeah, no, the equity ring is just the play here. I have so many iron dice. They're just gonna all roll together and multiply on themselves, and it's gonna be quite nice. So let's pick up the occult. And we don't want to buy any pinatas because this is probably the last time we're going to use them going forward. We don't really have anything that multiplies them except for the suit die, but it's like a 1 in 4, so it's not like amazing. We have good cards like we didn't last time. We could pick up the lucky block because we can use it with the iron dice, or we could use it with the paper dice and get more paper. So we'll do that. Another suit die. Is this worth it? I don't know if it is. Let's get rid of the final D3s. And that's our whole starting hand gone. We have 10 dice. We have our nice eternal magnet. We need more golden die because that's really when the equity ring starts to shine. Oh man. I want to pick this up so badly, but I won't. I will pick up the D7 though. Let's just reroll a little bit more. Maybe we can find like a golden die. I doubt it, but there's a chance. Okay, I think that's it. This should be very easy. I don't have anything that scores super high. I think this is probably with a face 1 to a 10. Yeah, I mean that's fine, whatever. So let's do this. I don't even think I'm gonna need to use my cards, really, because these are just gonna multiply them on themselves so, like, well. Yep. That should be good. Multiply everything. Man, this D7 really did poorly. It rolled a 1 and it rolled like nowhere near everything else. Yep, that is gonna be excellent. Look at that. That was like worst case scenario, basically. Yep. Man, this paper die is really putting in work. It's kind of wild. Spring. Let's. Well, I don't need another paper on the table, so it should be good. Oh no, it rolled a 7, dude. Disaster. Cool. Let's see. If it's faces a 4 times 8 multiplier and exhausts. I think these are all just passes. Get a star. Let's see. I hate to turn down a stamp. I have 5 stars, so I'll just take a 5 just in case. Wow. Wow-wee. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's exactly what we want. Normally I would use a reroll here because, I mean, the asteroid ring is perfect. Maybe, and this is just spitballing, hypothetical, I'm going to donate 1 and it'll give me either 2 stars. If I had skipped the 5, I would have been able to afford the asteroid ring, by the way. But if I donate and it gives me 2 stars, I'll be up at 3 and can buy the asteroid ring. which is a potentially better wedding ring. Usually worse, but sometimes better. Or it'll reset prices and I'll be able to buy it. So here's hoping. Stamps. Okay, cool. Donate it again. Maybe it'll give me 2, restart my chances, or nothing. Yeah, and we'll just go next. Nice. Phase 2. All right. Phase 2. Get a little sip of water here. Phase 2 is when things start to like sort of really ramp. So if your build can't beat like this portion, you're gonna have a hard time beating this portion unless this ring is incredible for you, you know? Like 500 is no big deal because the previous boss was probably like 400 to 600 score, and so if you beat it by the skin of your teeth, like 500 should be no big deal for you, like unless you beat it with like some huge card play, barely. The 500 should be no big deal, but like once you get to here, this is when like you know, stuff starts to go down. You need to really pay attention to what you're doing. So we're just gonna do this since there's no paper. That's gonna multiply like crazy. Nice. Yeah. So the differences between, oh, we can play everything. It looks like the suit die is not really getting played that much, but I'm gonna save the golden die. The difference between phase 2 and phase 1 is like, this is when you need to start sort of refining your build, if that makes any sense, where you need to start making like good decisions when it comes to rings. You don't just take like the glamorous ring because you need the mult to make it through the round. This is when you need to sort of like buckle down, and if you're playing one of the hands that has a lot of starting dice, you need to start like really getting rid of dice, and also making like really good choices on rings that you might not have been doing before. But yeah, our build is super duper solid here. Porcelain we don't need, it's actually just fine. Magnets we don't need, odd die we definitely don't need. Get some stamps here. Let's go to 3 since still the majority of things are these iron dice. We've been quite fortunate that like equity is kind of in its best state right now, and you know, glamorous ring's okay, but having a lot of iron dice and equity is the best this ring is going to get. Otherwise, I don't know if it's that good. It might have even been a contributing factor as to why I lost yesterday. Purchasing the dice kit is actually like, you don't really need to do it, but I like to do it because it's pretty good. Normally I'd advocate for glass die here because it's good. It's you know, just a flat ×2 mult and it'll destroy itself eventually, but I don't actually need it since everything in my hand gives mult. We'll reroll here. Don't need any of the cards. We don't actually need anything from the shop right now except for maybe more golden dice, so we're just gonna go next. Excuse me. Oh, I guess I need, yeah, perfect. All right, get a new ring. Always roll for the ring rewards. Phase 2 is a little challenging that way, but if you play in such a way that you're sort of, you're playing a lean game, you know, you can compare this sort of gameplay where you're getting that much just from a couple of dice to maybe the first few times you've ever played this game, or perhaps even still playing this game and you're just taking every dice reward. You're taking every dice reward, you're buying every dice pack, and you're taking something from it, even if you don't know what it does or it doesn't really synergize with your items or with your dice that you currently have. Let's do this maybe. It's alright. The D7 replicate is not ideal, but you know, this is a lesson that I'll probably preach fairly constantly. You'll notice that this suit die isn't really doing anything, if you ever find that this is happening, where a die is like sitting idle in your hand, wow, that's a really good data die. Still not gonna buy it. Well, I could have pivoted into data die, but the thing is it doesn't affect itself, whereas iron die does, and it can roll a 0. So I would love to have an echo like iron die, maybe, but a fission ring. Let's do this because fission is not great. Jewel of Calm is excellent though. Another dice ring. Digital. I wish I had a reroll ring or card now. Digital mini watch. You'll notice a lot of me just like instantly going and buying a pack. I guess the best thing here is probably a digital mini watch. Spring is okay, especially since we have the D7 and the paper die, but like we've got a magnet for this. We'll take the mini watch because it's fine. It's all right. It's not like spectacular, but it's fine. Get another card. Yeah, let's take this enchant card. Maybe we can enchant some of our golden dice and get some nice power out of it. Ooh, a spin top is quite nice. Spin tops are excellent because they give a ×2 mult to things on the table, and they get out of your bag, so you never have to roll them again. Yeah, so in this situation, we found that we don't really like to roll this suit die anymore. It sort of serves its purpose, so we're just gonna get rid of it. I know that some people are gonna be like, oh, it's a rare. Why would you do that? How could you do that? Like, it's a powerful die, perhaps. Yeah, but I'm not using it. It's not contributing to my highest score rolled. You know what I mean? So, like, what would be the point? Let's actually enchant something. Don't forget to use your enchant cards. Like, if you let them sit idle, there's no point. You generally don't even want to let these sit in your hand, but I'm generally up. I'm up for getting rid of them or just using them. But yeah, that was okay. 3K. The ball doesn't really get rolling unless we have some paper die out in the field, unfortunately. So this glamorous ring is kind of eh. So we will do a little bit of this. This should roll pretty high. Yeah, quite nice. Quite nice. 14K. I mean, that roll alone should get us through the negative, even with the dividing thing here. Should be quite excellent. Let's do this. Oh. But I don't actually want to roll a 6th die, just because I want the golden dice to pair up with each other. Yeah. Perfect. Golden dice and another paper. Now I'm gonna start to sort of speed run here because the build is kind of solved, you know. It's not really. It's kind of solved itself. Equity is going crazy. By the end of the thing, we're like doubling our score practically. So we don't generally need anything from here anymore unless it's a iron die or a gold die. So we'll just skip something. Well, a roll would be nice. If we can find maybe a haste ring or an asteroid ring. Porter ring, I would normally say is like, oh, that's one of the best uncommons, but we definitely want asteroid ring here because it's going to act as wedding ring, like I said, but for the 1s, 2s, and 3s, which we roll a lot of. So normally I would do the silver stamp, but we do have the gold dice that we need to think about, so we're going to do the 6. So, yeah. At the moment, every single die is pulling its weight. Even the D7s and the paper die, which is not usual, in my opinion. Okay, so we have a reroll here, and that's right before the ring. So let's get rid of this power since we have a lot of plus value in our dice already. Buy the reroll, and we'll fish for actually another reroll if possible, or an enchant. Yeah, that's fine. We'll keep the mult. We'll sell the plus roll, and we'll go next. Oh, wow. Fool's gold. Every stamp is golden, but every dice whose face has its stamp multiplier at ×1 will be multiplied by 0 instead. Well, I don't have any. I'm not really a huge fan of Fool's Gold. It's like good in like a long-term run where you're getting lots and lots of stamps, but for some of these shorter ones, I think it's just fine. It's not great. So I'm just gonna re-roll it. I know that that's kind of weird, but yeah. Dice worth with a 1 on their face are worth 10. That's probably worth it, just because it's literally like times 10 in your score. It adds 10 value or however you want to put it to a lot of these smaller dice. So if you have like a low value, like if you had a lot of bottle caps still, you'd probably want to take developer. I'm going to take it here because it's still relevant to my D3s. Nice. Golden chest. Worth it to just take that while we can. Let's do that. Okay, let's take a lot of these. Well, yeah, let's just do that. Alright. I want to save these. Enchant, of course. Let's do this, actually. That's so annoying, actually. Wow, okay. Look at all these asteroids. Cool. At this point, it's not really necessary to super, like, play things, like, super efficiently or anything. This face is basically 1. I think it was 1 probably at the Star Shop because of these golden dice. We've just added some nice synergistic items to it over time. Yeah, give me that. Give me all that. Nice, 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 nice. Like, what are we gonna spend all this money on? Nothing. Can't spend it on anything. It's pointless. It's ridiculous. Wow, look. Wands on everything, and that developer really coming in, giving an extra amount here. Yeah, if I had Echo on Spin Top, that would be so nice. But here we are, no Echo in sight. Oh, developer on the paper die. Yep. So this is, yeah, this is basically a 1 run. I don't really see this run going south from here. But the thing is sorry, we're skipping a lot of things. Even this porcelain figure, it's not really worth it. Wow. Ooh. An Echo First Dime. Is this worth taking? It might be. I don't have a lot of stuff. Nah. Ring ×2 is fine. Buy this, see what's inside an 8-ball. Wow. It's a little bit late, but it's pretty cool, just because you can start getting up stuff like Sudoku with it. Never really. The only thing you should ever skip for is like there are certain times where you need to skip for like challenges, or you have like dice that you don't want to play that are charged up that you just need to get to the boss. It's like, yeah, just like skip it, whatever, it's fine. But like on average, you want to be playing as much as possible. Even if it's a red room like this that I didn't even notice, dice with a 1 on their face would be discarded. Well, that's not great. Good thing we have all this money. Yeah, let's just send it. Like, can I use my cards? Oh, I can. Usually you can't. Alright. 2 paper notes. Send everything. Pew. No. I'm dead. I'm not actually. I'm fine. Let's get this enchant going. Like that. Oh, that's really good. That's really good. Yeah, that's really nice. And a 5. That's a really nice multiplier right there. Delicious. Yeah. I could cut all this stuff out, but I'm not going to. We're just gonna keep playing. I'm not sure if there's much to say about phase 2. This is kind of a like transitionary area where you're refining your deck. You're getting enchant cards. You're getting all those like extra dice that you might not think is like super worth it, but might fit with your eventual build. Like I think this is we're sort of at the end game of this build because of all of the plus value and all of the mult that's built into the dice. But yeah, like this is the time to do that. I wish I had a better example to show you. This run kind of solved itself. +3 face value every time it's affected by any area effect, immune to burns. So I think I've taken this once in my life, but we have a ton of area. We have a D7, we have spin top, and we have all those paper dice. I'm gonna take this just out of curiosity to see if I can make it work. This charge is pointless. We don't have any charge stuff. A golden die, how nice. This is all not relevant to our build. We will, let's see. Let's dig for a card, or we're just gonna go because we have no money. So I already re-rolled a bunch. Yeah, all right. So we have this. So the negative is kind of an interesting, divides by half the value of every multiplied greater or equals to 3. So that's basically everything. So you gotta imagine this is like only timesing by 1.5, but like you'll find that oftentimes that's fine. That's plenty, you know? Like it's not really gonna be that big of a deal here. Especially once we get the, wow, that block really did that. Once we get the plus value up and running, no big deal. Not a single big deal to be had. Yeah. Let's actually use the double ring here because +8 to everything on the table will be quite nice because it'll stick on this spin top. Nice. Plus the perennial. Yeah. Wow, it has nothing? How? Currently 0, but how? Any area of effect. Am I misreading this? Am I dumb? Hello? Game? More paper. I would hate to have egg on my face trying to... Okay, so things are not going as well as planned. I guess I'll use this. It's not really a great idea, but yeah, there we go. I'm like, where's my mult, guys? Like, I've had full mult builds against the negative, and it's been just fine. We're totally solid now. So this should have some stuff, right? I would have kind of liked to have it another time. Give me all this. Oh baby, look at that. And it's gonna be a digital mini watch. Yeah, baby. 4 6s in a single roll. Oh my god, I forgot how you unlock any of this stuff, but it's because I did it so long ago. All right, boss 2 complete. Look, an incubus die. Can use that with our eternal magnet. We're gonna actually use the spin top, or get the spin top. If there was a 4, that'd be lovely, but we're gonna just take the 2. Anything here? Maybe the aura ring? Yeah, the aura ring looks nice, because that's gonna affect all the paper and the spin tops and whatnot. I don't really care for any of this stuff. Every 10 for every die on its lowest face is fine. Maybe a square ring because free cards are nice. power-up card. Wow, let's go to phase 3. All right, phase 3. The game changes a little. We're against the dreaded even. Okay. I've got like the yips from the last game that we just played. I don't want to play the lucky block with this, so I'm just gonna play all of this stuff. Getting like PTSD from the previous run from yesterday. Nice. Yeah, this build is basically solved. There's not really an issue here. Like, this is gonna be kind of crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I know that the Glamorous is what gave us the score last time, but it's really gonna be fine. I guess maybe, you know what I could do? I could, is it faces? With an even face. I was gonna say maybe I could get a D8, because that changes the face, but I don't really have anything that's relevant to it. Oops, not the shadow die. Iron die. I don't have anything that really like forces it to be even or odd here. Fortunately, I do have this asteroid ring, so I might be able to make something of that when the time comes. Yeah. Has the lucky block played out its time here? Maybe. Yeah, perfect. Just let it count up. I'm trying to think of ways I can get around this, well, that's nice. Diamond die is quite good. Yeah, we'll take that. Check in here. Nothing spectacular. An enchant card, yeah. Let's get rid of this. Yeah. I don't really have anything that's gonna be able to, like, outright crush this. We do have a dice rush though, that might help. Let's see here. What do I want to play? You ever find it interesting that the paper die, whenever you... Oh, another Echo Golden die? My god. This man can't be stopped. You ever notice that whenever you play a paper die and it gets copied by mystery block, it leaves 2 papers, but if you drop 2 spin dice, or a spin dice and a I guess I can play that too, a spin dice and then a mystery block, and it copies the spin dice, that spin dice doesn't stay on the field. That's really annoying. Look at all this ara. Do I play it? Nah. 2 red giants. Maybe the red giant is gonna be my safe haven. Honestly, I might have a counter in it in the spin top itself. Just because the spin top is a 2. I don't know if you can see it, but that face there is a 2, and that's always gonna be odd. So that might be great for me. Yeah, I'm not sure what else there is talking about regarding teaching. This build is like kind of solved. We're going to be on the lookout for anything and everything that might be able to, you know, sort of add to this build in some way. Normally, that is one thing I will say is normally I wouldn't even advocate for using the lucky block with, or the mystery block, whatever it's called, with the spin die tops, because they just like, it just copies the spin dice, or it just copies the spin top, and who cares? That's awkward. I just passed up something that I maybe could have used. Those are all pretty bad. Do I have anything that scores above a 6? Face value. I guess the red giant does, so we'll do that. So I did. Oh no, I just saw it again. I'm stupid. Help, guys, I'm stupid. I could attempt to pivot into Sudoku. But it's hard. It's really hard. I'm gonna take the choose face here. Wow, 2 paper die. Do I want this? I almost kind of want it. What I want for real is another 8-ball. But I don't think I'm gonna find one. Let's take this. Wow, that's literally costs more than what I have. That's cool. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of worried about this even boss. I know I probably shouldn't need to be worried about it, because there's kind of no purpose. I got 2 of these. Might as well use them, because why not? I'm like scoring such ridiculous on even my first hand that like there shouldn't be a reason why I'm so worried about this, but here I am worrying. My problem is I have this asteroid ring, but I don't really have anything to multiply by it, except for maybe the diamond ring or diamond die. What's wrong with me? Now, look, you see, my bag is getting so full that I'm starting to get these muddy hands that don't really do anything. There's no like clear purpose here. You know, like there's no like multiple golden die. I'm just throwing a spin top and a Sudoku together for some reason. What's the point here? That's so silly. 4 4s in a single roll. Oh my god, we did it. I mean, I guess if that happens, it's pretty nice. I say as I score the most I've scored ever. Yeah, I guess we just like go forward as quickly as possible and hope we get good luck. 1.8 million. Got a wooden die. That die sucks, man. I'll tell you that right now. We're gonna save this diamond die for sure. It's very good. Very quite good. Maybe the game will just give us a win here. I guess the choose face is quite strong now that I think about it, because we have equity and you just change 1 golden die to a 6 and you just win. Easy. No Sudoku. Down. Down, boy. I don't know why I'm sweating so hard. That's the win. A win right there. I just need to put my spin tops out there and let it ride. No iron dice. Another Sudoku. Do I want to get rid of the Sudoku that I have? Kinda. You know what? Yeah. I panic bought you. I don't really need you. I don't really want any of these. I'm kind of just looking for enchanted ones. These are all kind of bad too. It's not really much that I'm looking for here. Maybe just an enchant card. Yeah, like that. Another spin top? Question mark. I guess I need to start scoring. I would have loved to have another ring, but I guess we'll get one of these. Well, it's not the tower because I only have this left. It's not Mimic because I don't destroy anything, so I guess it's the Noble Ring. What do you got? A lot. That's not great. Okay. Let's make this happen, Captain. Yeah. Cool. Maybe this is enough. I mean, he's gonna subtract a bunch. But it's fine, it's enough to kill. Bang! Magic scroll. More spin tops. Go! I mean, sure, throw out the occult die. What could happen? huge hand like this is like a game changer. It literally is. I wish I had that hoarder ring. Odd of dice. We'd never fought the dice before. Oh no, not one, -1 hand size. Oh, guys. Tragedy. I really sure. Let's do this instead. Look at all my spin tops, dude. Beow, 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 beow. I think that's enough to kill. Just in that golden dice. What? You lied to me? You come into my house and you lie to me to my face? Okay. Easy. Easy peasy. Not the negative, dude. We were just here. I should use this. It's fine. Look, see? We have all this bonus. Okay, it's actually, it might not be fine. Oh, it's only 10k. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine, everybody. Look. Watch. Pew. Wish you had gotten in there, but it's fine. See? Look at all this. Oh, yeah. 1k, 9k, 28k. Easy peasy. Another starving. And this guy's really starving for my attention, isn't he? Okay, cancel me immediately. Where's my red giant and all these auras? The pyro? That's not good. Yeah, that's fine. You die immediately. It burnt all my paper. Wait, does that go away forever? I don't think I've actually ever burnt a paper note. That'd be a cute addition. Fire die. Resurrect. Business card. Another the tower. Whenever an extra die is being rolled during the turn, rolls an extra copy. Bro, these suck. These all suck. Sure. How many rings do we have? 10? But like, there's a couple we could lose. Yeah, let's skip it. What do we got? Prime die? Prime die is good. Wedding ring? Question mark? What is it right now? Currently 100? Okay. We'll get rid of this one. We'll take the prime ring and then we'll just skip. Because the rest is not really worth doing. Run it back. How much does it cost? 120? Yeah, we're fine. It's gonna say can't use cards, -2 dice per turn. This is a nightmare. Multiply everything. Yeah, that prime ring is gonna be quite excellent. Finally give some mult to the asteroid ring. Get out of here, shattered dice. No, these are perfect, actually. Perfect just the way that they are. Dang. Pew. Keeping this diamond die for the... yeah, it's fine, whatever, fine. We're going into the finale soon after we roll all of our rolls. Bro, it takes ages. I don't think 1 is a prime number. So if you could stop rolling it, that would be excellent. 2 is, though. So is 3. So is 5. So is 117, maybe? I don't think so, actually. I don't know. Knowing my luck, it wouldn't be. No, those are all perfect. Ah. Okay. All is well. What are the chances that this diamond die breaks on the first roll? Dude, the magic 8-ball's back. We're gonna skip. Cool. Buy this. Oh my god, the illusionist one. That's actually pretty good, but we'll just take the stamp because it's not that good. A clone. Cool. Use that for the diamond die. Power up, perhaps. now it is time to revenge from yesterday. And we're just gonna Is it worth it to clone this and then choose face on this and then do like just roll everything? 2 1 2 2. Re-roll this to a 4. Okay, perfect. Look at all the people. Okay, this is strong. And we get to keep our diamond die for another day. Pew. Cool. All of our spin tops are out. Re-roll this into something equally as exploded. And that, wow. This hand is a mess. We're just gonna do that. Goodbye tower if you were ever a thing. Wow, re-rolled into a 3. Nice. Good job, guys. Looks like yesterday. We were already killed it, so. Yeah, so I hope that you took something away from this. I'm just playing at this point, you know? Dude, it's the second time that's happened. Amazing. Beautiful. Beautiful. But yeah, I guess, like, let me know what you want to see in the next one. Should I play power 1? Should I start, like, building in power on the white hand? Should I play the purple hand? I don't think I've really unlocked anything else as of now. Dude, this is the 3rd time in a row it's rolled a 3 and then I've re-rolled it and it's rolled a 3. Like, there's got to be some insane luck there. Let me know what else you want to see. If you're having trouble with a particular aspect of the game, a mono token, by all means, let me know. Oh yeah, a peanut. Freedom. Show him the peace. How will this help me? Oh my god, let me do the same thing. Strange peace. Trust me. Yeah, so let me know if you have any particular like hang-ups, what you have a problem with this game, like how, like what do you have any rings that you're like, how do you use this? Do you have any dice where you say, how do you use this? Use this in a build. I keep getting it and it sucks. I don't like it. This game is a lot about knowledge and sort of look at all this stuff I've unlocked in one run. It's a lot about knowledge and putting together what you have on the fly to make the best of the situation, to make a like build that's cohesive. There are many builds out there. Not all builds are like perfect. Not all builds are going to be overpowered or anything like that. Some of the builds are just going to be pretty homogenous, like throw a bunch of gold dice that are echo, throw a bunch of iron dice that have various enchants, you know, like with some supporting casts on there. Yeah, let me know what you want to see. So yeah, thank you. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.